Hello, fellow film composers, video game composers, concert composers, orchestrators, music nerds, band geeks, orc dorks, etc. I'm Max Mueller, a Los Angeles-based film composer, and welcome to my Patreon channel. When I was a kid, I was always hearing music in the movies that I had to figure out at the piano. And I could figure out the melody by ear to play with my right hand, and I could figure out the chords to play with my left hand. Do you like me showing off that I know the difference between right and left? But all the other layers of counterpoint and orchestration, that was a mystery to me, and it felt like a magic trick that I had to understand. Now that we as a community have printed film scores available to us to study, we can understand all the magic tricks that go into this style of writing. If you're like me and it's difficult to study in isolation, and you'd rather go through disassembling and reassembling these great symphony orchestra scores with a friend, then subscribe to my Patreon channel today. We'll be going through music from beloved titles such as The Wizard of Oz, Back to the Future, How to Train Your Dragon, and more. Even if we as composers come from different backgrounds or influences in how we compose music, the symphony orchestra deserves the respect that comes from us understanding not only what each instrument is technically capable of, but also taking a step further to understand how to write for the instrument in a way that brings the human behind it to life. We want to write for each instrument in a way that they basically get to be actors and play different characters throughout the course of the film, or elevate the emotional impact of another musician's character moment. In addition to that, I want to write for the orchestra in a way where the different counterpoint levels, whether it's the melody, countermelody, rhythmic motor part, bass line, whatever, are passed around from instrument to instrument or group to group. Almost like the orchestra is a big human Rube Goldberg machine. So it's not just the respect of writing for these musicians as soloists, but writing for them as members as a fully functioning ensemble, an ecosystem, a community. Even if your writing style doesn't resonate with every single piece of music that we talk about, because mine certainly won't, the study process is really more about how did the composer spot a scene in a movie? Why did the composer not start a new musical phrase when the picture cut here? Oh, I like that color with the tuba, the tubassoons, and the contrabassoon. I could see that working in this type of scene if I ever encounter it in my own composing career. That's the stuff we're looking for. My attitude is this: we're in an exciting time where voices we've never heard from before in film music are on the film music landscape now. Let's ransack these classic film scores for every bit of compositional artistry, approach to spotting and syncing with the film, and learn how to be respectful to live musicians so they can ameliorate as an individual and as an ensemble. However, the paint color of your compositional voice and your inner child references for what is good music combines with the paint color of the very few available film scores I have access to study and lecture about, the color that is yielded from those two colors is music that younger generations of film composers will be clamoring to see the printed scores for, because of the emphasis that you put on good character-driven musical storytelling that connects with an audience rather than showing off to the audience or trying to intimidate them. Performers generations younger than you will be grateful to play your music because of the respect that you weave in for the musical instruments and the human behind it looking to play at the top of their intelligence both emotionally and technically. So subscribe today and join me as your parasocial composer study buddy. It'll be nerdy, yet cozy, yet an adventure into imagination, yet poignant at just the right times, and yet it'll be thrilling and climactic. But oh so incredibly nerdy. It's a nerd fest. I'm not going to dress it up as something other than that. If you're a music nerd, sign up today. Thank you.